It's a familiar matchup. Albin Ouschan, he's playing Niels Feijen. Both guys started on day one, yet to qualify. Both players lost in a final, so
fine.
Of course, tough match to call, but an exciting one. I'm delighted to be joined in the combox by day one group winner Christopher the Magic Man Mellin.
Cheers, Carl. Good to be back again. And it's Niels Feijen once again up against Albin Ouschan. I think this is the 5th or 6th time they've met this week.
Rack number 1, fine.
You would think that they'd be getting a little bit tired.
Here we see the Niels Feijen break. Nothing changes, straight down the middle. Parks the cue ball dead. Shot on the one ball.
Yeah, good break from Niels there. I certainly think he's breaking as good as anybody. He's parking the white nice in the middle of the table. 7 ball just got in the way a little bit. I'm not sure he can make the 1. If he can, he's going to have to use the 7 to get position onto the 3.
Over on table 2, Kelly Fisher gets her campaign underway against Mrsko Fortunsky. Fortunsky's leading that match 4-0. Kelly's still here though, battling it out.
And a bad miss from Niels, but he's got very, very fortunate. Fluking the 8 ball into the top left hand corner. Didn't hit this correctly, but he's had a massive roll there.
Yeah, if you're Albin Ouschan and you sat in your chair, you're absolutely fuming.
Well, Albin must be going mad because it's happened so many times this week. And it's Niels that keeps doing it to him.
Yeah, but when he sees Niels' name on the score sheet, he's thinking, not again.
Yeah, he's had a lot of things rolling round his mind this week. Hasn't been the Albin Ouschan that we all know as yet.
Yeah, but his cue's got a few more dints in it these last 3 days.
Yeah, they're taking a little bit of value off it. Probably not the only one. Have you been known to smash a cue or 2, Carl, or?
No, never. Always behaved impeccable, me at pool tournaments, pal.
Well, a good start for Niels Feijen. Very fortunate early on, getting lucky by fluking the 8 ball. But you've still got to pot the rest of them and take your chance, and that's exactly what he's done. Niels Feijen's going to take the first rack here.
Of course, that was a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. My cue has seen many dinks, and I remember one event, Chris, I can't remember what hotel it was at. It was an English 8-ball event when I was probably about 19, 20. I lost the first rack, I missed the 8 ball, shook the guy's hand, walked out the hotel and javelled my cue, and it stuck in a bush. Now, I wouldn't advise doing that, I wouldn't do that these days, but it was just a bit heat at the moment.
It's probably the best shot that you played.
Now we're going to listen to the great Naoki Oi from Japan.
Naoki, 5-0, the perfect start.
Yeah, perfect. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable indeed, you got into stroke very quickly.
Yeah, very quick. 2 times break run out, and Tokachi first 1 ball miss, and lucky me easy balls. Easy ball, easy ball, easy ball, 5 times easy ball. Yeah, unbelievable.
With 5 more matches, all race to 5, is this a good format for you?
Yeah, good format. Very tough tournament. Oh, TT, you know that? TT tournament, tough. TT tournament.
A double T tournament.
One of the biggest characters
Number
in
2.
pool,
Turn score is
Japan's
1-0
Nukio. Got off to a
Japan.
wonderful start. Christina to catch.
Ocean, good break.
Well, she didn't really have much table time, but she will be back. That is the beauty with the Predator Championship League pool. You get plenty of pool. As Albin, what looks like a dry break, and didn't really look like the ball split too good there, Christopher.
No, and this has happened quite a few times. They're not making the wing ball. I'm not sure if there's a gap or they're just not hitting the break correctly. But this is the first match, and it's a long day, so stay focused, Albin.
So I'm sure some of you guys out there was listening yesterday in the comms, and me and Chris, he's been getting a little bit of stick off the Filipino pool fans because some of his friend calling Christopher the Magician Melin, and the great Efren Reyes, that's his nickname. So we need a new nickname for Chris, so we started a little bit of a poll. I've had lots of messages in, Chris. So we'll just watch a few more racks and then I'm going to tell you the 3 on the shortlist. Are you excited?
Not if it's got anything to do with you, Cal, no.
Yeah, Niels locks Albin up, so there you can see he's actually touching the 9, so this makes this, well, a little bit more difficult.
I actually think he's played a poor shot there, Cal. He's tied the 2 ball up. He should have played it a little bit harder. Should he get ball in hand, he can play a good shot to get on the 2. Where I know if he misses, he's going to get ball in hand and leave a nice position to pot the 1 ball and develop the 2. If he'd have played it a touch harder, would have just split the 3 and 2 apart and the 9. And should Albin even hit this and leave it, Niels has still not got much he can do. That's a good shot there from Albin. You feel he's going to be in trouble again after this one.
Yeah, this is turning out to be an interesting little rack because of the blue 2.
Well, he's got a few options here. He can bank the 1 up and down and kill the cue ball in behind the 7.
Attention, please.
He could hit the 1 thin, go up and down the table in behind the 2, 3 and the 9. Or he could just split them side rail to side rail. It's all about what he feels is the correct shot for him. And I don't think that was the correct shot. That is probably the worst thing he could have possibly done. Because not only has he left the 1 ball, he's left a nice angle to develop the 2.
Needs a little bit of luck here. Well, he's played it to perfection. Couldn't have hit it better, and he gave himself all the chance in the world to land on the 2. So nice shot from Albin Ouschan.
Yeah, perfect shot there. Developed it nicely. Didn't go into them too hard. Just needed a little touch on the 2. And he's left himself in prime position to run out to make it 1 apiece. So, Cal, do you wish you was out there playing? Are you missing it?
No. I can't say I am now and again. When I see you guys hack at the balls, I think I should be out there, but, you know, overall, made the decision not to be out there, and yeah, I don't miss it. I think, you know, in order to keep competing with all you players and, you know, getting a decent standard back in your game, you've got to put the effort in, and just kind of lost the love to do that. However, I think once all this COVID is over, I might play a few of the open events and stuff just to get the juices flowing.
Well, he's overrun or underran that shot there. Needed an angle to come down the table for the 9. Now he's going to have to go back up the table and back down. Still expect him to fully make this. And he's overrun that a little. Little throw the hands in the air once again from Albin, but I've kind of got used to him doing that this week. It's just part of who he is.
Albin Ouschan takes rack 2. Nicely poised. Over on table 2, Chris. Kelly Fisher's just getting her next match underway. She's playing Billy Thorpe. Billy had a bit of a ropey start yesterday, losing to Darren Appleton 5-0, and it looked a little bit bleak. And he dug deep. Speaking to him this morning, he said he's managed to get good sleep, and you know, he's gone with a new Q brand, so he was happy to survive, and he believes his game will get better as the week goes on.
Yeah, and I think when you start off in this group format, your real aim is to not finish bottom, because if you do, you're on your way home. You can fight your way through the groups and pick up some good prize money along the way. And once again,
Back number
a
3,
dry
Chris
break
Forrest.
from Kelly
Umpire
Fisher.
1, Mr. Feijen to break.
Not seen many dry breaks by this man at the table, Niels Feijen. Probably hitting the break as hard as anyone, if not the hardest out of all the players here.
Well, he was very, very fortunate there. That cue ball was flying towards the side pocket. Got kicked by the 1. And again, that's going to annoy Albin Ouschan. There's nothing worse than being sat in your chair and you're watching that cue ball go towards the pocket, and at the very last minute it gets kicked by a ball. You're thinking you're going to be at the table, and then all of a sudden, instead of possibly being 2-1 in front, you're 2-1 behind.
Yep, they're the things pool players have to deal with. We've all sat in that chair and seen that happen. You've just got to get on with it and wait for your chance.
Yeah, you do see some animated players, none more so than the great Earl Strickland.
To be fair, Chris, you're not so bad yourself.
Well, I've been known now and again. Sometimes you have to let that frustration go. Didn't you have a run-in at one point in the Moscone Cup with Earl Strickland?
Well, I wouldn't call it a run-in, it was just I played him in the singles point, and Earl was just being Earl, and at the end of the match I went to shake his hand. I won the match and I went to shake his hand, and he gave me the old wet fish, so I just threw his hand into the crowd. I'm having none of that. You know, you should give your opponent a good firm handshake, not the wet fish. You're a bit of a wet fish shaker, aren't you?
No, I always shake people's hand. I look them in the eye and always shake their hand properly, like a man. Win or lose, you've always got to be a gentleman.
Or a lady.
Or a lady, yeah, I forgot about the ladies. I think I'll be a gentleman though. Well, Niels has landed a little bit funky on this 8 ball. May see him just kill the cue ball dead to stop bringing the centre pocket into equation. Well, he's played a good shot there, drawn past the side pocket. This to go 2-1 in front of Albin Ouschan.
And it's there, it's Niels Feijen who takes a 2-1 lead into the break. We will be back in a short while.
We have a 2.5 minute break, guys.
Going to the bottom cushion, maybe off the 8. Oh, trick shot by Woodward. What a shot by Albin Ouschan.
One thing's guaranteed, that shot will appear on plenty of highlight reels.
Whoa, did he split the wicket? What a beautiful shot that was. What a beautiful execution.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's best if you get up to the table.
This championship is being played with the new Aramith tournament set. Featuring a unique molecular structure, it guarantees razor-sharp precision and unsurpassed longevity. Unquestionably the best pool balls in the world, this set is available in a TV and a value pack version, as well as in the new My Aramith Range of Ball and cue cases. Now you can bring and play with the best ball set everywhere you go. My Aramith, bringing new dimensions to your billiards experience.
Welcome back to this year's inaugural Predator Championship League Pool, promoted by Matchroom Multisport. Albin Ouschan will get the 4th rack.
Rack number 4.
And joined by
score is 2-1 in favour of Mr.
Chris
Feijen.
Mellin, qualified on
Mr.
day 1,
Ouschan,
so
to break.
he's been helping out in the com box. Watching all the other players battle it out while he waits for the final group.
And that right there is the difference. Niels Feijen hit a bad break, landed perfect. Albin hits a decent break, gets kicked away, and just look where the 2 ball lands. Not quite sure he's got a bank shot. This 2 ball may be touching the rail, which makes this bank shot very difficult. He has got an easy safety shot. Just clip off the 2 and send the cue ball in behind the 4 and the 6. But is he going to be aggressive? He may have got lucky. He may have got very lucky. Oh, one more roll and that ball drops. Can you believe it?
That is incredible how that stayed up. That looked, for all the money in the world, it was going to fall in the side pocket. Just have another look at this. How did it stay up? I mean, he played the bank into the middle where he stood, don't get me wrong, so he doesn't deserve this, but Niels had his fair share of rolls, Chris.
Yeah, I think Niels has had more rolls than Greg's.
Sorry, sir.
Were you thinking about that one all night?
No, just a little bit hungry.
Shock. So Niels needs that to hold up. Doesn't want to be straight on this 3.
I think he's got a slight angle, but he may choose to just draw the ball back to where he's looking now. Just leave himself a shot. A lot of the top players just like to leave themselves an opportunity rather than get perfect. Because when you try to get perfect, that's when it can go wrong.
So Chris, obviously we've been doing a little bit of a poll between us for your nickname.
Between us? I think you've been doing it, Carl.
No, you've been secretly wanting this nickname, don't lie. You give me my nickname, so I've had to do my bit and, you know, help your cause out here, because, I mean, the Magician suits you, but I think it's only right we let the great Efren Reyes have that, so this is why we're doing this. And the first one is Chris Fortune Telling Melling.
Not too sure about that one.
I thought that was quite ingenious. That was sent in by Mr. Sean Green. Hope you're watching the pool, Sean.
Nice shot there by Niels. Good position onto the 6 ball. And Niels Feijen, in the first 3 days, has played really well. He's not done a great deal wrong. One roll of the ball may have cost him a game or 2, but he's certainly played well. And this to take a 3-1 lead over Albin Ouschan. Straight in 9 ball. And there it is, 3-1 to Niels Feijen.
Mr. Consistency. So far, obviously he's not qualified yet, but he's been in the thick of it at the end of the night, so still looks nice and fresh as well.
Yeah, Niels is a bit of a fitness fanatic. He goes to the gym every day. Goes running, like my good self.
He took the words right out of his mouth.
Wasn't there a song about that? Was it Meatloaf?
And there you see Albin Ouschan. Still looks a little bit despondent, doesn't he? Still in this match though, as we know. Anything can happen in pool.
Yeah, well, he played absolutely brilliant the first day. But after that, he's just, to me, he's just not looked himself. Something seems to be bothering him. But his sister's going to be here soon, and maybe she might be able to give some words of encouragement to him.
Well, she might be playing him, so maybe she doesn't want to give him some words of encouragement.
Yeah, and I think that may be the first time in a matchroom event that they've played each other, brother and sister.
Yeah, that was a lot better. Didn't lose the cue ball, purposely parked it around the centre. Where's the 2 ball going? He's okay, he's got a shot. It's not easy.
Yeah, he's got a couple of options here. He can pot the 1 and try and hold for the 2, playing it with a lot of bottom right hand spin. Or just float the 1 ball in, plain ball, and flick the 2. You're guaranteed to be on it whether that be the left-hand corner or the right-hand corner, it just makes a one ball easier to pot if you roll this in. And I think that's what I'd be doing. Nice and easy, not too fast, and just flick that two ball. Just like that. And he's in prime position now.
Yeah, looking pretty good here is Niels.
Extension, please.
He had a couple of early nice rolls to get to 3-1. Let's not forget that.
And I've just had a message from Tony Drago saying he likes Chris Mellin fortune telling. Hope you well, Tony. One of the all-time great snooker players. Won quite a lot of pool tournaments as well. Stuck over in Malta at the minute in his home country. But I'm sure he'll be back on the scene very soon.
Yeah, we wish Tony well. Very excited to watch. He doesn't need a shot clock, that's for sure.
Yeah, one of the fastest guys that's ever played pool or snooker. I think he holds the world record for the fastest ever 100 break in a snooker match. Something like 3 minutes, I believe.
So he's got to be a little bit careful here. He'll probably just play a little nudge into the 7, and he's hit it a little bit too hard, hasn't he? So it just changed the angle a touch, and I think he's hooked.
Yeah, and I don't know why he's tried to do that. I understand that it's easier if he hits the 7, but you've got to make sure you land on the 5 ball. Not a tough kick to hit this ball, and Niels is going to be looking to hit the 5 full and stick the cue ball in behind the 7 and 9. And what a shot he's played there. Saw him dip the shoulder just after he hit it. Body swerving the cue ball in behind the 7 and 9 ball. Great shot there from Niels.
Extension, please.
Yeah, Albin just needs to try and hope he hits this ball, because at first glance I think the 7 is well, it's a little bit tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, he's going 3 rails here. Well, a mile away.
Foul, no
And he
contact.
knew he'd missed that. As soon as he hit the cue ball, he knew he'd missed. Neil's still got a little bit of work to do. Does the 7 ball go in the top right hand corner pocket? If it does, I think you have to play for that. Otherwise you're going to be relying on a little bit of luck trying to develop the 7. And the other advantage of playing on it in the corner is if you don't get perfect, you can then play another snooker behind the 9. And he's overrun that by some way, and he's going to have to play the snooker behind the 9. So Albin's going to get some kind of chance, albeit not an easy one. And good luck with this one, Albin. He's in deep trouble. May have to play 2 rails to hit the 7, bottom rail, side rail. He's played that good. As Niels blocking off both side rails. Well, that's another miss from Albin. Wasn't an easy shot.
It's foul number 2, no contact.
But that's 2 fouls in a row, and should Albin foul one more time when he comes back to the table, he will automatically lose a rack if he does come back to the table.
Well, I don't think he will be coming back to the table, because Niels has just got these 3 simple balls, and it will put him on the hill. I think this is just one of them games, Chris, where, you know, Albin's just got to laugh it off and get himself ready for the next one. Not much he could do in this game, to be quite honest.
Well, you can certainly say, Carl, if anybody deserves to get through a group, it's Niels Feijen. He's certainly been the best player over the past 3 or 4 days, let's say, obviously because he's played every day. But he's ultra consistent. He's been in the semi-final quite a few times, and the final.
Yeah, we're just going to go over to table 2. Kelly Fisher's in a little battle there with USA's Billy Thorpe. She's leading that one 2-1. And of course, stay tuned, because shortly on table 1, we're going to have an all-ladies battle. Youth versus experience. Everyone can't wait for that. I think myself and Christopher Melling will be in the booth for that, so exciting times. And she looks good in this rack to take a 3-1 lead. There you see the logo, Matchroom Sport. Promoters of
Current score
many different sports.
4-1.
This is a new event, the Predator
Ocean to break.
Championship League Pool.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, Carl, and this is how much Albin's head must be in bits. He's actually got his logo on upside down on his shirt.
Well, we'll try and get a camera angle of that just to have a little look.
On his left arm, if you just look at his left arm, the Predator logo's upside down. And I think that says it all about Albin's head at the moment.
Just find your option.
Yeah, maybe the logo fell off when he was in the practice room. Sometimes it can happen when you're playing, and he might have just picked it up and whacked it on, and off he come to the match table.
Yeah, I've done that a few times when I've been playing and the logo's come up. It's actually stuck on the side of the table and I haven't realised till I've played a shot and then got down for the next one and thought, where's that come from?
Niels is trying to duck behind all these balls. Such a big target, you would think he's going to get the snooker.
And he has an Albin's face with another kick shot. He's really got Albin under some severe pressure here. Good hit, but he may have left this one. Has he just left an edge? I'm not sure. If he hasn't, once again it's an easy kick shot for Niels, and he'll kick the 2 up the table past the 9 and try and snooker Albin behind the 4 balls. Needs to be a little bit careful if he does play that, because the cue ball could scratch.
I've been getting a little bit of stick online because I'm pronouncing semi-final, but I'm trying to cater for the American fans as well. Leave me alone. I know it's semi-final.
Great shot there, played to perfection. And Albin's faced again with a very similar shot from what he just played a minute ago. Killed the cue ball dead. Very good at them kick shots is Niels.
I'm trying to think, has Albin had an easy shot yet in this match?
I just think he thinks the whole world's against him at the minute. Whatever he does, everything's just going wrong. And his opponent seems to be doing everything right. It's such a frustrating game when this does happen. It happens to everybody at some point.
Well, yeah, but I mean, at least he was here on day 1. He's still got plenty of lives left. Could be worse. Good shot there from Albin. Watch the scratch. I thought he was going to scratch for a moment. We could have seen the cue taking a little flying lesson if the cue ball had gone in.
Yeah, maybe get a call up for the Olympics for the javelin. Played a good shot though, not left Niels anything easy. Oh, and Niels has left this. That's a poor shot from Niels.
Yeah, not easy. Very easy to hit that shot a little bit thick, and if you do, this is the result of it. Billy Thorpe's at the table, over on table 2. He's got a chance to pull another rack back. Happy to see Billy still in the event. He's our only remaining USA player. Got off to a bad start yesterday. He lost his first match to Darren Appleton 5-0. And what might have looked like a really bad day for Billy, he grinded it out and he's still here to fight another day. Probably one of the most shocking things of yesterday was the exit of our friend Darren Appleton. Didn't see that one coming after the first day, Chris.
No, he made a couple of errors in the first 2 racks against Billy, but then played really well the entire match after that. But you just felt when he was playing the other games that he was going to chuck a miss in, and to me, obviously knowing Darren for a long time, he doesn't make them silly errors. And once he did start making them, you just felt that they were going to keep coming. But he'll be back. He's too good of a player not to be back in the winner's circle before long. Obviously we've all been away from the Matchroom Arena and the big events for over 12 months, so you can get a little ring rusty.
So this looks like Albin Ouschan will get another rack, and we've seen it so many times, Chris. He's not out of this match. So this simple 9 ball will get another rack on the board, and he's still in the game. And after this short break,
2.5 minute break,
we will see the end of this match play out. Go and get yourself a cup of tea. We'll be back in a moment.
Maybe off the 8. Oh, trick shot by Woodward. What a shot by Albin Ouschan.
One thing's guaranteed, that shot will appear on plenty of highlight reels.
Whoa, did he split the wicket? What a beautiful shot that was. What a beautiful execution.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's best if you get up to the table and just hit the ball.
We're in Milton Keynes for this year's inaugural Predator Championship League pool. Albin Ouschan, he's on 2 racks. His opponent Niels, he's on 4. They've had many battles this week so far. Albin, of course, has lost in a final and in a semi-final. Although his face wouldn't tell you that. But he's still here to live another day on the pool table. But it is the man
Rack
at the
number
tables
7.
breaks,
Current score is
and he's
4-2.
on the hill,
Favor Mr. Feijen.
leading this
Feijen
match.
to break on the hill.
4 racks to 2.
And he's been breaking perfect. Cue ball stopping dead majority of his breaks. Well, didn't quite stop it dead that time, but he does have a shot at the 3. Not an easy one. How does he get position on the 4? He may have to come back for the 4 ball into the same pocket as he's going to try and play the 3.
Yeah, well, Niels has a look at this. I'm going to just tell you Chris's next nickname. You pool fans have been messaging me with what you think Chris should be called. So our second choice is Chris the Highlight Reel Melling.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, he likes that.
I like that one. I actually thought about that one as well.
What, you thinking of your own nicknames now?
Yeah, but you obviously can't give yourself your own nickname.
Yeah, Chris the Highlight Reel Melling.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. It doesn't rhyme well with M or C.
No, the idea of a nickname is it should kind of start with your first or last initial, but the highlight reel, yeah, that works. So Chris likes that. And while Niels is what looks like probably the end of this match, as long as he doesn't do anything silly, I may as well tell you your last chosen nickname, because this match could be over. Not sure who sent this one in. Chris the Mauler Melling.
Not too sure. Not too sure about that one, Carlos.
Well, it's got a ring to it, hasn't it? Chris the Mauler Melling.
Well, I suppose it rhymes with the initial M. And going back to the match here, Niels is perfectly onto the 6 ball, and you can't really see him going wrong from here.
So these 3 balls and the Terminator, well, he's well underway for making his semi-final again, so it would be no shock to see Niels there. Next match on this table will be Billy Thorpe versus Naoki Oi, so that promises to be fun and games.
Wow, what a miss. What a miss that is. Niels Feijen, how have you missed that 8 ball? Did he see the winning line? Because he has missed that by a long way. He was straight in on the 8 ball there.
Yeah, I'm just so used to seeing the players clear up, but there has been a lot of misses this week, so I'm going to tell myself to stop doing that, Carlos. Cue ball needs to slow down though, Chris. Cue ball needs to slow down.
Yeah, and he's hit that over by a long way. Could have left the cue ball anywhere near the side pocket. From the side pocket to the second diamond, he had a lot of space to play with there.
Attention, please.
He's having a little talk to himself. At that glance, it looks like he can cut this ball in. Just soft screw it. If he soft screws it just off the side rail, not an easy shot, but he should make this. Or is he going for the bank? I wonder if he'll treble it if he misses the bank. Oh, and he nearly did. And he's javelling his cue again. He's absolutely sick. He's had chance after chance, but he's not taking them at the moment.
Attention, please.
So Niels misses the 8 ball and he's back at the table. And I'm sure he thought he would not be back at the table in this rack. However, he is. So this 9 ball for the match. And it's there, Niels Feijen. He needed 2 tries for that rack, but it's a win, and it's despair for Albin Ouschan.